Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Rabiatul Adawiyah binti Huzairi. My student number is 2025290272 and I'm from group 6.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Adib. My student number is 2025864548. I'm from group 6.
Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Arish Arfan. My student number is 2025698006 and I am from group 6. So for the first question, 3 years ago, a sum Y was invested in a scheme paying 3.6% compounded monthly. Today, 6,500 is withdrawn from the account. If the total amount in the account 2 years from now will be 15,465.89, find Y. So, to find Y, you must create an equation for the term of 5 years, which involves the first 3 years and the last 2 years. So, for the both equation, we equal to 15,465.89. For the first 3 years, this is the equation. Y times 1.003 to the power of 36 minus 6,500. You must use the compound interest formula for the Y times 1.03 to the power 36, and you must immediately subtract 6,500 because the question said 6,500 was withdrawn. For the last 2 years, this is the equation, which is 1.003 to the power of 24. This is because the remaining amount will grow for 24 months as interest is compounded monthly as said in the question. These two equations equal to 15,465.89. Now we can solve what is Y. So first, what we have to do is we can move the times 1.03 to the power 24 to the right to become divide. So the answer will become 14,393.04. Next, we move the minus 6,500 to the right to become plus. So your equation become Y times 1.003 to the power 56 equals to 20,893.04. Now, to find the Y, so we move the 1.03 to the right side, become divide. So, when you put that in your calculator, the final answer of Y is RM1A757.20. Okay, for question 1B, Malik intends to borrow RM12,000 from a bank. The bank offered an interest rate of 6% compounded quarterly. Find the maturity value after 5 years. So, for this question, you need to use the compound interest formula, which is P times 1 plus I to the power N. So what's your P? 12,000 times I plus 1 plus, what's your I? I is K over M. What's your K? 0.06. And what is your M? 4, because it's compounded quarterly to the power of N. What is your N? M times T. What's your M? 4. What's your T? 5. So 4 times 5 is 20. Now you can calculate what is the maturity value. So you will get RM16162.26.
Question 2 in part A. Okay, as you can see here, the question, Alia wishes to invest her money in an investment scheme. She approached a local bank and the bank offered her 2 different schemes, Scheme A and also Scheme B. Scheme A give you 8.52% compounded every 2 months and Scheme B give you 9.25% compounded quarterly. Okay, as you can see in the question A, it asks you how much interest will Alia receive if she invests 10,000 in Scheme A for 6 years and 6 months. And as we can see here, I already labeled all of the information necessary. For the Scheme A, the K is 8.52%. K is the percentage. And then compounded every 2 months, meaning this is the M. And as you can see in the question itself, it told us she invests 10,000, meaning that is the P, the principal. And then it told us in Scheme A for 6 years and 6 months, meaning this is the T. So since it's mentioned compounded, we need to use the compound method as equal to P 1 plus I in the power of N. So for the I formulation, I equal to K over M. I equal to K, the K here I already labeled it 0.0852 and then over the M, which is 6 because it's get compounded every 2 months, meaning it will be compounded 6 times a year. Okay, I'll get 0.0142 and then I'll also find the answer for N equal to NT. So N equal to, the N for this question is 6 and then the T for this question, as it mentioned here, 6 years and 6 months. So it will become 6 over 12. I'll get here 39 for the N. And then I'll put all of this information here in the compound formula. Since we're finding the S, so you will leave it as the unknown. And then the P here, I already mentioned, it is the 10,001. And then bracket 1 plus I, which is this 0.0142. And then in the power of N, which is 39. And if I just press the calculator, 17330.88. But this question required us to find the interest, meaning we'll need to put another formula, which is I equal to S minus P. So I equal to our S 17330.88 and then minus the P. Our P is the first price, which is 10,000. I'll get 7330.88. If Alia invests 50,000 in scheme B and aims to accumulate 30,000, how long should she wait to reach the amount? Okay, as you can see in this question, I already highlight all the information necessary. 50,000 is the P because this is starting money, okay? And the accumulate 30,000 is the final money, so it's going to be the S for this question. So say we'll need to use the compound method, which is S equal to P in the bracket 1 plus I in the power of N. But since it's asked us to use the scheme B here, so you'll need to focus on the scheme B only. Okay, so let's find all the information first. First, we need to find the I. The equation for I is I equal to K over N. So our K here is 0.0925 over M. Since it's say here compounded quarterly, so it's got compounded 4 times. So our I is 0.02325, and then our N equal to MT. So our M is 4 and our T here is unknown. That's why we only leave it as T. So M equal to 4T. So now let's add all the information into the equation, okay? So the S for our question is 30,000 and the P for this question is 50,000. And then 1 plus I, which is 0.023125 at the power of 40. Okay? So when you get this, you will need to get the answer by using log. So first of all, you'll need to move this 50,000 here. So it will become like this. 30,000, we'll divide it by 15,000. And equal to the same equation. 1 plus 0.023125 at the power of 40. So I'll get here 2. And then here 1 plus 0.023125 at the power of 40. Okay? And then we'll solve the equation in the bracket first. 1 in the bracket 1.023125 at the power of 40. Okay? Starting here, I'll need to add log 10. I'll add here log 10 in the bracket of 2. And then this power, I'll bring it forward and it will become 40 log 10 in the bracket 1.023125. And then I'll move all of this on the other side. So it will become log 10 in the bracket of 2 and log 10 in the bracket 1.023125 and then equal to 40. Okay, I'll get 30. So here it's going to be 30.3191 equal to 40. And then I'll just bring the 4 in the sides and then it will become 7.5797. So we'll just simplify this to 8 years.
Question number 1, part B. Let's read the question first. Who's now deposited at M2050 every 6 months into an account that offers an interest rate of 3.8% compounded semi-annually. Question A. Find the total amount they will receive at the end of 9 years and 6 months. So what question 1? The question 1 the total amount of the investment. So when investment, we use formula S equal to R1 plus I power of N minus 1 over I. Don't forget the big bracket, okay? So let's just insert the, this one is the R, so this one is R, this is the K. So now this is M, and this is the T. So write up the information first. R equal to 2500, K equal to 0.038, M equal to semi-annually, so it is equal to 2 because it compounded 2 times per year. And the N, the T is 9.5. Okay, so let's find the I. The I equal to 0.038 over 2. And the N is M times T, so equal to 9.5 times 2, so equal to 90. Okay, let's just move the information into the formula. So 2,500, 1 plus 0.038 over 2 power of 19 minus 1 over 0.038 over 2. Don't forget the big bracket. So the answer will be equal to 56567.45. For question B, the question what interest earned throughout the period. I equal to S minus NR. So just use the S that we find from question A, which which is 56567.45 minus N is 19 and the R is 2500. The answer is 9067.45. Let's raise question first. Naura would like to further her study in business. She plans to borrow 42,000 from a financial institution at 4.5 interest compounded quarterly for 12 years. Question A. Find the periodic payment for the loan. So the question one is the question also mentioned to borrow, so we have to use the A. Okay. So let's write up the information given. So A equal to 42,000. K equal to 0.054. M equal to quarterly, so it's equal to 4, and T equal to 12. So let's find the I and the T, the N. I equal to K over M, so equal to 0.054 over 4. N equal to M times T, so equal to 4 times 12, equal to 48. Now let's move to the formula. We use the formula A because it's about loan, so A equal to R 1 minus 1 plus I. Don't forget to put the negative on the end over I. Big bracket. Now let's convert to the information as given. So A equal to 42,000 equal to R 1 minus 1 plus 0.054 over 4 negative 48 over 0.054 over 4 big bracket. So let's move the left hand side to the right hand side. So R equal to 42,000 over. You can write the question. You can write this down or just use the calculator, which is you can get 35.158263. Make sure you 6 decimal points and then just put into your calculator. You will get 1194.60, which is total interest charge. So the formula for this question is I equal to NR minus A. Just use the information before. N equal to 48, R equal to, we use this is R 1194.6 minus with our A, which is 42,000. You will get RM 15340.80. Amount that she must pay for the fourth payment if she failed to pay for the first 3 payments. So we have to write down the information. So the R will still the same, which is 1194.60. So the K still the same, which is 0.054. M still the same, which is 4. Then the I is still the same, which is 0.054 over 4. Let's just use the formula. We use formula S for this one because it wants the future value. So S equal to R 1 plus I power of N minus 1 over I. We bracket R equal to 1194.6 1 plus 0.054 over 4. The N is 4 minus 1 over with 0.054 over with 4. Now we bracket and with that RM 4876.04.